After Trump's AI image of himself as Jesus on Truth Social, which he later on ridiculously claimed was a doctor, there have been more and more videos and articles about whether he actually might be the Antichrist. In fact, if you look on YouTube for videos just over the past week, you will find dozens that talk about whether or not Trump is the Antichrist. Some of them, of course, are defending Trump and giving reasons that they believe he can't be this figure, while others do objectively give the case for Trump being the man of sin. One type of video, though, that has been getting attention is the idea that Trump is a decoy for the real Antichrist, that they, whoever they might be, want you to think that Trump is the Antichrist because it will distract you from the real Antichrist. However, there are two fatal problems with that idea. The first problem is that if Trump is a decoy, then the eventual Antichrist will need to be someone exactly like Trump. That's how perfectly he matches what the Bible says. So the real Antichrist, who supposedly comes after Trump, would also need to be someone who comes in his own name, meaning that he has worldwide fame. He will also be someone who's beloved by the Jews. He will also have to be someone who has the mouth of a lion and is profoundly arrogant and boastful. He will also have to be someone who is a deceiver, who perfectly sows discord. He will also have to be someone who casts truth to the ground and who denies the Father and the Son by thinking he doesn't even need to ask forgiveness. It will also have to be someone who is a vile person, who is also obsessed with gold, and who honors the God of forces in his estate. It will need to be someone who has a Middle East peace covenant, who proclaims himself as being able to bring peace to the entire world. And it will also have to be someone who has such an extreme ego that we could easily imagine the day when they proclaim themselves to be God. This person would need to match all of those things. In other words, it would have to be someone exactly like Donald J. Trump already is. But the second problem, and perhaps bigger, is that the logic behind the idea that Trump is a decoy antichrist falls apart because most Christians do not think he is the antichrist. The majority of Christians still think that he is chosen by God, or at least helping to do God's work in the end times. So just be aware that those who are claiming that Trump is a decoy antichrist either have not thought this through, or they are defending him because they truly think he was chosen by God. But if we think about this, the idea that he is a decoy falls flat. Most Christians are not being deceived into thinking that he is the Antichrist, which would be the purpose of a decoy. They are holding fast to what they've been told over the past decade, that Donald Trump is a defender of the faith, that he is a Christian, or at least a baby Christian, even though nothing about what he says or does would justify that kind of conclusion. But here's the thing about being a decoy antichrist. You see, that has already happened. Over the past several decades, we have seen movies and books about an antichrist that is not the same as what's in the Bible. An antichrist that is described as young and attractive and brilliant and charismatic. And Christians have read about this Antichrist and watched movies about this Antichrist over and over and over again over the past 30 or 40 years. They have already been deluded into looking at this false Antichrist, which is not biblical in any way. So if you're looking for a decoy antichrist, it's not Donald Trump. It's all of those fake antichrists that we have been told about in recent decades. And that decoy antichrist was designed to deceive Christians from recognizing the true antichrist when he comes on the scene. And that true antichrist who has come on the scene is Donald J. Trump. Thank you for taking a few minutes to watch, and I do want to say that I truly appreciate everyone who has shared or hyped or upvoted my videos over the years. I am also truly grateful for those who have been kind enough to support my channel on GoFundMe. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I talk about Bible prophecy as it relates to current events, and of course I do focus on the man that I believe matches the biblical descriptions for the Antichrist, that being one Donald J. Trump. And I should add that although none of us will agree on every single thing, you will find on this channel a lot of good conversation and fellowship with other Christians. And that just might be the most important thing. Thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon.